Arch Linux, you've heard whispers, legends even. It's the stuff of tech folklore whispered about in hushed tones in developer forums and tech meetups. It's a Linux distribution, sure, but it's not just any distribution, it's a symbol, a statement, a testament to the power of open-source software. But it's also a badge of honor, a rite of passage, a test of your mettle in the fiery forge of the command line. It's where you prove your worth, where you show that you can handle the raw, unfiltered power of Linux. Why is it so hard to install? Well, let's just say Arch doesn't hold your hand. It doesn't come with a fancy installer or a user-friendly interface. No, Arch expects you to get your hands dirty, to dive into the deep end and swim. It prefers to hand you a toolbox, point you to a forest and say, go build yourself a house. It's a challenge, yes, but it's also an opportunity. An opportunity to learn, to grow, to become a better developer. Now, before you run screaming, let me assure you, the challenge is part of the charm. It's what makes Arch special. It's what makes it worth the effort. Because when you finally get it up and running, when you see that terminal prompt, you'll know that you earned it. Arch isn't designed to be easy. It's designed to be lean, mean, and customizable. It's a blank canvas, waiting for you to paint your masterpiece. You decide what goes on it, how it looks, how it functions. Think of it as the difference between buying a pre-built PC and building your own. One is convenient, the other is a journey of learning, and occasionally, frustration. But in the end, the journey is what makes it worthwhile. One is convenient, the other is a journey of learning, and occasionally frustration. But in the end, the journey is what makes it worthwhile. The satisfaction of knowing that you built something from the ground up, that you overcame the challenges and came out stronger on the other side. That's the true power of Arch Linux. Let's talk about installation. Most Linux distributions offer a user-friendly graphical installer. You click a few buttons, choose your options, and voila, you're in, not Arch. Arch throws you headfirst into the terminal, the command line interface where you type out instructions. This is where the faint of heart turn back. There are no helpful wizards, no progress bars, just you and a blinking cursor. You partition your hard drive manually, you install the bootloader yourself, you configure the network, you guessed it, manually. Why all the command line shenanigans? Because Arch wants you to understand what's happening under the hood. It wants you to learn the nitty-gritty of how your operating system works. Think of it like learning to drive a car. You could just hop in and go. That's your Ubuntu or Fedora. Or you could learn how the engine works, how to change a tire, how to rebuild the carburetor. That's Arch. Section 4. The Arch Way. Freedom and frustration in equal measure. This brings us to the Arch Way, a philosophy centered on simplicity, transparency, and control. At its core, Arch Linux is about giving users the ultimate freedom to build their system from the ground up. Arch gives you a bare-bones system. It starts with the most minimal setup, providing just the essentials to get you started. You then install only the packages you need, nothing more, nothing less. This means you have complete control over what software runs on your machine, ensuring that there is no bloatware or unnecessary applications. This results in a lean, fast, and highly personalized system. Every aspect of your desktop environment can be tailored to your specific needs and preferences, making it uniquely yours. But this freedom comes at a cost. The initial setup can be daunting, especially for those new to Linux or command line interfaces. You're responsible for every aspect of your system. Need a specific driver? Find it yourself. Want a graphical environment? The responsibility is on you to install and configure it. Install and configure it yourself. This hands-on approach can be both empowering and frustrating, as it requires a significant investment of time and effort to achieve the perfect setup. However, for those who enjoy tinkering and learning, the rewards are immense. Section 5. The allure and the agony of Arch. So, is Arch Linux worth the hassle? This is a question that many potential users ponder. Arch Linux is known for its complexity and steep learning curve, but it also offers unparalleled customization and control. That depends. Are you someone who enjoys tinkering, learning, and having complete control over your system? If you thrive on challenges and love to dive deep into the inner workings of your operating system, Arch Linux can be incredibly rewarding. Then yes, the sense of accomplishment after successfully installing and configuring Arch is unparalleled. The process itself is a learning experience that can make you feel like a true tech wizard. However, if you're looking for a plug-and-play experience, Arch might not be your cup of tea. The installation process is manual and can be daunting for beginners. It requires a lot of time and effort to get everything just right. It requires patience, a willingness to learn, and a healthy relationship with Google and the Arch Wiki, your new best friend. The Arch Wiki is an extensive resource that you'll find yourself referring to often. In the end, Arch Linux is a journey, not a destination. It's about the process of learning and growing as a user. Each challenge you overcome makes you more proficient and confident in your skills. It's a challenging but rewarding experience that will teach you more about Linux than any other distribution. The knowledge and skills you gain from using Arch Linux are invaluable and can be applied to many other areas of technology.